What's going on, guys? Keep it here with another video. Looking through just the absolute feed of nonsense to find something interesting that I want to talk about. A few things came to mind, but nothing got me as more excited as this news article from Gamerant telling me EA is in a class action lawsuit over loot boxes in Ultimate Team. I'm actually really excited about this. Let's go. Okay, before we get this video started, I do want to let everyone know that I stream on Twitch. Check out that link down below in the description. I'll see you there. So a class action lawsuit in Canada has been just filed this morning against EA for the use of loot boxes in Ultimate Team games like Madden and FIFA, which is fantastic. The lawsuit states that these boxes are predatory and they're gambling, which they are. They're not surprise mechanics. EA, come on now, come on. So if you see here, Electronic Arts has a complicated messy history with loot boxes. The breaking point for the company seems to have come from Star Wars Battlefront 2, which had a massive issues at launch. It really did. Battlefront 2 was so disappointing. The whole core of Battlefront's progression was loot boxes. It was an entire mess. I don't even know how Disney let them do this. People were clamoring and wanting Disney to take away the Star Wars license from EA because they were so pissed off about the loot boxes in this game. But they didn't. Eventually, we actually did get a good Star Wars game in the form of Jedi Fallen Order finally. And I hear Star Wars Squadrons is pretty decent as well, but it's not my cup of tea, so I'm really not interested in checking it out. So yeah, most of which centered the game's over-reliance on randomized loot boxes and progression halting star cards. While the game was ultimately fixed and is in a much better place at this point, yeah, it's dead. EA's actions to put the spotlight on this controversial game mechanic from many countries and organizations like the European Union. Ironically, EA appears to be unironically, they appear to be in trouble again, this time for mechanics used in many of its sports games. How are you gonna say ironically, bro? Unironically. Fuck EA. A class action lawsuit has been filed in Canada against Electronic Arts from Mark Sutherland and Sean Moore. The case description indicates that the duo are suing for damages over unjust enrichment arising from the defendants' operation of an illegal gambling system through the sale of so-called loot boxes in popular games. In this case, the two EA games specifically mentioned in the lawsuit were Madden NFL 21 and the just released NHL 21. So this actually doesn't have anything to do with FIFA. This is Madden and NHL, two games who feature the Ultimate Team game mode like the FIFA series. So FIFA players, they've been getting shafted by EA's loot boxes for years now, and EA's been implementing those predatory loot box gameplay loops into Madden, NHL, pretty much every sports game that they have a license to put out there. They're trying to turn into gambling casinos for people. And the worst thing about it is that you don't even keep the stuff that you spend this money on. Like, every year you have to buy a new Madden, which means every year your Ultimate Team progression resets and you have to spend that money all over again opening up loot boxes just to try to get the players that you want, which is ridiculous. Players are encouraged to open card packs which contain anything from items, in-game resources, as well as players that can be used to create a team that can be played against AI or online opponents. Obviously, the contents of these packs are completely randomized. Which incentivizes players to open more for a chance to earn better cards. Each game rewards in-game currency by completing objectives and challenges, which can be used to purchase various packs inside the in-game store. However, it's much faster if players use real money to purchase these new packs. And that's true. They incentivize you to spend money on a game that you already paid $60 for. So like, you can earn currency to open these packs, but you're not going to earn the currency at a rate high enough to justify the time played, first of all. Second of all, the chances of you getting something that you actually want out of these packs are minuscule compared to everything else. Like, just the chance of you getting a player that isn't a duplication, because you'll get like dupes or whatever. Like, just the chances of you getting that is so unlikely that they want you to whip out the credit card, which is oh god, it makes me split. It's unknown how this lawsuit will play out, but with many countries like the United Kingdom, Belgium, Australia, and the Netherlands already taking a firm stance on the idea of in-game gambling and loot boxes, Canada could be the next country to take a hard stance on the mechanic. The increasing scrutiny and regulation in some countries have forced some studios to change directions, such as Activision with its popular Call of Duty franchise, another game that had just the worst loot box mechanics ever. I remember being excited playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and just like Call of Duty Black Ops 3, its core gameplay I really enjoyed and loved and playing. But as the months went by and they kept adding more and more guns to the game, and the only way you could get those guns was to spend money on loot boxes, it destroyed the fun in the game for me. Because 9 times out of 10, you have to spend money to get those guns, because the chances of getting them was so low because of all the extra padding and BS that was put into the game. When you got those guns, they were the most powerful guns in the game. Always, 100% always the most powerful guns in the game. So I'm glad Activision has changed and they don't do that anymore. So as you can see, however, since abandoning loot boxes for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the company has completely seen unparalleled success through the sale of season passes and game items. So they're actually better off. Activision has actually been better off not selling loot boxes and just giving people stuff that they want up front. Just pretty much taking the Fortnite approach to the item shop, letting people see what they get up front instead of giving them a chance to get something that they want. More people are able and willing to spend money on something that they want and they see than they will be at the chance to get something that they want. You know what I mean? Like, these loot boxes are gambling, and they're made to prey on people with dispositions to spend money on stuff they don't need, so who have gambling addictions, people who've been in debt because they can't stop going to Vegas and pulling the slot lever, stuff like that. But I'm really excited to see where this lawsuit is gonna go. I hope to keep you guys up to date on it. If you like this video, hit like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date. Peace.